So I'm sitting here in the car because, and it's not our car, it's a rental car. My husband made arrangements last week because we have a seal on the axle that's leaking. So they're replacing the seals on the axles in our car. And we're getting brand new tires. And when I take the car in, and he also arranged so that I could have a loaner car. So I go in, take him in, and the guy asked me, when we're doing, yeah, and I said, yeah. He goes, and we're just balancing 2 of the tires. I said, well, I thought we were getting all 4 tires. He goes, well, you're getting 4 brand new tires. And I said, why would you just balance 2 of the tires then? He kind of looks at me, oh, yeah, you're right, we got to balance them all. Duh. I mean, I may be a woman, but I know that much. So, and then he said, well, do you need a ride anywhere? I said, well, we were told we'd have a loaner car because I have appointments today. Oh, well, we don't have a loaner. You're going to have to take a rental. I said, on your dime? You promised us a loaner. He looks at me and he goes, well, so yeah, he had to double check and they're letting us have the rental free today because he did promise us a loaner. Well, that's the only good thing that's going in my favor. Didn't get to finish my cup of coffee because as I'm sitting there at home, my husband tells me I have to have the car up there at 8:30, and they call me at 8 o'clock and want to know if the car's still coming. I said, yeah, I was told it had to be up there at 8:30. Oh, no, we need it now. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days, I think. Yesterday, I didn't get the video filmed. I was tired, so I chose not to film. Thought I'd take a little stress off. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of day. See y'all later. Hi, I'm back again. That's all I can say. I'm back again. I didn't tell you the best part about that whole spiel with the car this morning. No gas. Got a little ways up the road, and I didn't even look at the gas because, normally they've got a full tank or 1/4 of a tank. I get this caution thing, I can go about another 25 miles, and I gotta get gas. And I'm thinking, the appointments I have to do, I have to go to the doctor, then I have to go back home, and I have another appointment, I have to go do something else. I might need some gas. So I had to put gas in the car. It's day 17 of Vlogmas. Merry Vlogmas. However, I did get a little message that I had won T-Doddle's giveaway from her video last week, or this week, or last week is when you entered. I won it, so I sent her that information. I'm just now sitting down to my first cup of coffee. My meetings have all gone well. It's just that hassle with the car and all that nonsense. Then on top of it, I'd stopped at home briefly to tell my husband, to give him all the paperwork that I had. And I said to him, now, they didn't mention anything about alignment of the tires. He goes, what? Said they didn't mention that. He goes, well, they do that automatically. And I said, well, this last meeting I was at, I was talking to somebody about it, and they said, no, they no longer do that automatically when you get a new set of tires and you balance. So he had to call, and they have to add that in. Yeah, it's been one of those crazy days. So I get, I've done all my stuff I have to do out. I've had both my appointments. Good thing is my blood sugar, my A1C is wonderful. So I'm glad about that. Been working really hard on that. Then the order for something I had ordered for my husband for Christmas. I get home and there's a message that one of the items can't be fulfilled till after Christmas. Now, I ordered this weeks ago. I don't know why they couldn't have let me know before that. So, I don't know. Are we in Mercury retrograde? I don't think so. Thought we just came out of it. And then I get home and I go to turn on the light over here. And it says it's not connected. We have this light connected to a device called Wemo, so that, if I'm upstairs and I have to come down the stairs, I can click it on and the light comes on. And I don't have to worry about stumbling down the stairs, those kind of things with the phone. When come on, it says not detected, and I'm thinking, oh man. Because our living room, we have no lights without this light, a little bitty light over there, or my lighting for the podcast. And that's not set up all the time. So I'm like, okay, I gotta restart my phone because sometimes it gets weird. I didn't even bother to look up at the internet box. My husband had turned off the internet because when students are here, it shows up all their internet connections. For some reason, it gets wonky here. So he turned it off to reset it and didn't bother to turn it back on. And that was the entire problem. I am working on my a Christmas present. I have not made Christmas presents this year for a lot of people because I have determined they are not worthy. They are not crochet. They are not knit worthy. I've made things for them in the past, knit, crochet, quilted. I made, one year I did quilted runners, table mats, and placemats. Come to find out, none of them have used any of them. So no more quilted things. And then last year, I made everyone scarves to go with the outfits that I knew that they had. To wear to church or to wear out anywhere. They're not being used. So I've determined they're not knit and crochet worthy. They don't appreciate them, so I'm not giving them anymore. And that is sad, because now they get a gift card and that's it. My son is in the hospital. He's had diverticulitis. He was in a couple of months ago, and the bowel did perforate. They did allow it to heal up, it had antibiotics and everything else, and he lost quite a bit of weight. So he's really been watching his diet and doing well. And he had gone to a party last week, after work. And he's always very careful about asking what's in the items, because he knows certain items he cannot eat. 1, because of allergies, and 2, because of the diverticulitis. And he was assured this one dish didn't have anything that would irritate. Well, it did. It had corn in it. So Thursday night he was readmitted to the hospital with a second bowel perforation. And the surgeon came in and told him that if they went ahead and did the surgery now, he would have to have a colostomy bag for 6 months or longer. But they're going to do him a favor. They're going to let it heal like it did previously on its own. And then he can come back later next year and have elective surgery to have his bowel resectioned. Elective surgery to have your colon resected, part of it removed and sewn back together. So we're talking on the phone, and I said to him, I bet that surgeon has a ski trip. And that's why you have to wait for your surgery. So, I'm in my doctor's office. She's asking me how things were going. And I had told her I was a little upset because I couldn't get my blood sugars down this week. And she said, well, what's going on? And she said, is there anything new in the family history? And I told her my son, was diagnosed with diverticulitis. And that he had a perforated bowel, and they've got him in the hospital with the NG tube and everything, and they're letting it heal, and then he gets to come back for elective surgery to have his bowel resected. She looked at me and she goes, that's not elective surgery. I said, that's what the surgeon told him, that he could have elective surgery. She goes, oh my. She said, I think I'd be getting a new surgeon. I said, well, he really likes this guy. And that's the guy that his insurance will cover, so, stuff happens. But she agreed with me. She said, yeah, I think that surgeon has a ski trip planned. Oh, I tell you. The boy is doing well. So far, all of his numbers, infection rate, and white counts coming back. So they don't think that there's any problem with infection for peritonitis. But I told him, when the surgeon comes in to see you today, tell him your mama's a nurse. And your mama said if anything happens to her baby boy, I'm going to own that chateau he's going to. He's laughing. He's going, Mom, stop. They're almost 40 years old, but I still give them grief. I still see him as the little baby in the diaper and everything, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Some things going on this week, and oh boy. Okay, now I did determine I watched Katrina's creation. And she did her unboxing of her knit crate, and it was the same thing that I got. And she keeps calling it Clementine. I had determined it looks like turmeric, or turmeric, however you want to pronounce it. So, someone did say that it softens up nicely. So I am going to make the crochet hat, and then I will hand wash it with my wool soak. And I use the wool soak from the Dollar Tree. Excuse me. So we'll see how that goes, how it turns out. And if I'm not happy with it, it may get put in the donations for the prayer shawl with a note on it that it's wool, has to be hand washed. We do that sometimes so that people can be aware that it has to be cared for in a specific way. Normally we do not give out items that are made of wool or anything that has to have a special treatment, just because it just doesn't work well for folks. Many times the nursing homes are not going to pay attention to those things, but some of the homes, family members or the actual recipient does their own laundry, so they can take care of that, wash it, care for it the proper way. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on today. Kind of crazy, I know. But I determined I've been in a bad mood all day. I am working to change that around. And I'm not gonna bother me. Okay, maybe a little. But I'm going to turn this around to something positive. I'm going to roll up that yarn, turmeric yarn, make a hat, maybe a headband. I don't know. We'll see. But since I missed yesterday, I'm going to put in here what yesterday's angel is. So here's yesterday's angel. I think you'll notice that I'm in the same clothes I was wearing yesterday. There's a reason. I'm just filming this part ahead of time. This is today's angel. And today's angel, she actually had you do a different color for the head, white, and then a metallic color for the back. And it was done in thread, but I just did everything in a regular white. I do plan on putting some beads for eyes, and then maybe some beads along here on the outside. So yeah, that's today's angel. Real easy make. I did it in just a regular worsted weight instead of thread. Rebel that I am. So yeah, just thought I would share that with you. And tomorrow I will have changed my clothes, I'm sure. It'll be fun, right? Bye. And now you're back. And here is today's angel. It's made out of one of the tea lights. It's a real quick and easy project, and you can actually, put a string for it to hang it on the tree. And these are quite cute. The pattern actually has googly eyes and then fabric paint, but I just did a little embroidery on the top. Yeah, that's today's angel. And I will see you again tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Hope your day's going well. And yeah, bye.